Hi, Dr. Herring. It's Megan Sullivan, and here is my final psychology video presentation. I'm attempting to send it from my phone in an email, and so I'm going to break it up into 3 segments where I address each of the 3 questions. There will probably be some overlap. So, question number 1 asks, what was the most interesting thing you learned in this class? And explain in detail why this was interesting to you and what you learned from it. I learned so much in psychology this semester. It actually became my favorite class because I really like understanding why things are, especially in relation to humans and why we act the way we do. A lot of the material was content I had thought about before but never fully realized until it was covered in class. I feel as though I took away something from every unit, and it often led to good conversation after. The most interesting thing I learned was in the unit of social psychology. I liked finding out about attribution, which is the way we explain our own and others' behavior. I think it's important to understand or realize that we often make the wrong attribution. There's the fundamental attribution error, which is the tendency for a person to overestimate the influence of another person's internal attitudinal characteristics upon behavior. Basically, this is when we are rubbed the wrong way by someone else, they are rude or ignore us, and we just assume that it's because they're a terrible person or don't like us, when really they're just having a bad day or are busy and in a hurry. The next factor is the actor-observer effect, which is the tendency to attribute our own behavior to external factors, but other people's behaviors to internal factors. This is when we cut ourselves some slack, but we hold other people to a standard, because we know our situations, but don't they take the time or care to know theirs. The last factor is self-serving bias, which is when you attribute your success to internal factors and your failures to external factors. So if we do something good, it's because we're a good person. If we do something bad, it's because something made us do it. I find myself using this when I make excuses a lot. It's kind of a wake-up call that I need to mature and really take charge of my responsibilities, especially the failure external factor part of that bias. I'm guilty of all of these attribution errors, and I think it's because too often I am so negative. I want people to see the good in me, so why wouldn't I try to see the good in other people? I think figuring out someone's situation, or at least recognizing that they have just as much pressure and stress as you do, can lead to a better grasp of why they act a certain way.